Welcome to our first episode of Go Arkansas for the year 2023. We sat down with three of our previous hosts and talked about their time on the show and what they are up to now. In the Philosophical Farmer segment, Clyde Fitton reviews the past year and talks about the things coming up for this new year. It's all happening now on Go Arkansas. Go Arkansas has had many hosts that have gone on to do great things. Rachel Williams is one of the first that has transitioned into a career in the news industry.
Hi, I'm Rachel Williams. I am a multi-skilled journalist, reporter at 5 News. As a kid, I always felt like I wasn't the smartest in the room. You know, we had standardized testing in elementary school through high school. Back then, in my day, it was called tax test, because I'm from Texas, and then it eventually went to STAR. And I failed all of those tests miserably. Like, had to take them three times, and I was always the last one taking the test. And it wasn't necessarily that I wasn't smart, because I was smart. It was just more of like a lack of interest, and I just needed something that was interesting to me. And so, me growing up thinking that I wasn't that smart, like my mom and dad always told me that those tests don't define me, and that doesn't define my worth or my purpose. And so whenever I finally got past the whole testing thing, I realized that, okay, like, I may not be able to pass a test, but I can definitely do my work. I can definitely speak and write and read, and those are my talents. So I got involved with Go Fort Smith shows by a teacher. I was, I think, a junior at UFIS, and I was talking to my advisor, and she was telling me about ways that I can get out and start practicing to my transition into a reporter. And she introduced me to, she gave me Kendi's information, and that's when I kind of just reached out and said all this. And then me and Kendi met for coffee, and we just hit it off. We had a great connection from the jump, and she talked to me about what it kind of was expected for the Go Fort Smith shows, and it definitely sounded like something that I was willing to do to get my foot in the door some more and just start practicing and getting comfortable being in front of the camera. So with the Go Fort Smith shows, I definitely think it made me more comfortable being in front of the camera, and then also it made my memory so much better. Like, beforehand, I swear I couldn't remember anything, but just learning how to memorize things and memorizing a script really just helped me also transition into my career as a reporter now at 5 News. Like, when I before a live shot, I'll get my script at certain times, and I'll kind of already have it memorized pretty quickly, and it helps me whenever I'm on air because I deliver it really well. And I'm just like, okay, well, I definitely think that Go Fort Smith shows helped me prepare for that. I got involved with Channel 5 News by honestly LinkedIn, and then I worked at the sister station at WVEC Channel 13 in Norfolk, Virginia. I think actually trying to find a job, I was like, okay, where can I go that I know that it's closer to home, good market, good like town, city I can live in, because I didn't want to live in the middle of nowhere. Northwest Arkansas was just perfect. Like, it was 5 hours from home. Morgan, my news director, was amazing. I kind of shot my shot with her. I messaged her on LinkedIn and kind of was just like, hey, I'm interested in applying as a multi-skilled journalist. I graduated in May, yada, yada, yada. And then I sent her my reel, and she responded, I think, with literally maybe 30 minutes, and said that she looked at the reel and that she would love to have a conversation with me, I think within the following week. So it was, I guess you could say I made my shot. And talking to Morgan, she was very welcoming, and so far working at Channel 5 has been great. I'm only 6 months in, but it's such a positive work environment, and they really do value you as more than just an employee. Like, your work-life balance, all of that is really just what's making me love my job, and it's so rewarding. So I think that's just kind of my journey with Channel 5, and I'm just truly so grateful from, getting my foot in the door with working as an intern and then working here for Go Fortsmith, the shows and stuff, so it all just worked out. My word of advice to anyone who either fails a test or doesn't have a high ACT or SAT score, none of that means anything. Or having multiple degrees, yes, having a degree is nice, but having a 4.0 or a 2.2, that doesn't define your intelligence. So I say all that to say is that just to keep going, find your gifts, and just find how you can make a difference in this world without letting these man-made things throw you off. That's my advice to anyone who's trying to get into the journalism field or trying to figure out what their talents are. But whatever it is that you do, it is definitely can be used worthwhile in this industry.